Picking up where we left off in Halachot Netilat Yadayim. Last week we left off talking about the issues regarding and things that we have to think about. Going to cemetery, hospitals, do you need to do Netilat Yadayim? We're going to go a little further here, and subject's going to go into a little bit more detail about more of everyday use of Netilat Yadayim and what for. So let's go a little quickly so we can catch up. הנותן דם לבדיקה ולא נגע בזרועותיו וכן מי שתרם דם אין צריך לנטילת ידיים. Someone that just, I don't know, did we do this halacha? I'm not sure if they did last week. Anyway, repeat. Someone that just gave blood for whatever reason, for testing, or if you're donating blood. If you give blood, do you need to do netilat yadayim? In the olden days, actually giving blood was for health reasons too. You know, people that were not feeling healthy, they were not feeling okay, they would go and actually just give blood for their, they would actually do it with what? Leeches. Yeah, with leeches. People do it today actually as well. People do it today also. There are some hospitals that have it. Yeah, they put leeches on the person's body, and these things like suck out blood, and basically, I guess it kind of cleanses the system because your system starts rebuilding blood cells and rebuilding blood, so it kind of cleanses the blood. It's called bloodletting. There you go. Correct me again, Ariel. And what? No. Bloodletting is becoming even more common now. You know, I watched a video about hospitals that have leeches in bottles. People that come for, you know, cleansing, and they do it in the hospital. So they keep them in sanitized places. It's a hospital area. They keep it in a sanitized water, whatever it is. No, only when they want to eat them. If you touch a flea or a tick that was on your body or on your clothes and you want to try to get rid of it or kill it, you definitely need to do Netilat Yadayim if you kill it. But even if you don't kill it, the Shulchan Aruch doesn't differentiate. The Moran Shulchan Aruch says you touch a tick or a flea, you need to do Netilat Yadayim. Mind you, remember everyone, this Netilat Yadayim that we're discussing now is not necessarily with the cup. Remember, this Netilat Yadayim you could do just by washing your hands under the faucet once or twice, right? It's more for nikiyut, it's more for a purity cleansiness than the ruach ra'ah that the morning Netilat Yadayim gets rid of. We said before, when you wake up in the morning, the Netilat Yadayim in the morning is crucial. Your body has ruach ra'ah, like a impure spirit on it from the night before that you died and you came back. That Netilat Yadayim has to be with a cup. These Netilat Yadayim discussing now do not need to be with a cup. You could just do it with just washing your hands, but you need to do it.
Same prayer?
No prayer. Oh. No prayer for these. Only Netilat Yadayim of the morning, you say Al Netilat Yadayim, and for bread.
So what do you say for...
So what is this?
Nothing.
You class for what?
You just wash?
You just wash.
3 times or just...
That's the thing. If you do it 3 times, it's good. It's good to be done. But it's not necessary. You could just put your hands under a faucet, clean it, even once or twice, you're done.
Does it tell you to just wash your hands?
Basically. But it's better to do, you will see right now, it's better to do 1, 1, or 2, 2. You'll see.
Is this inclusive of flies and other insects?
Orale, I think so. It encompasses all kinds of creatures. It'll talk about other things too. Yes. Yes. Can we proceed? Thank you. If you touch impure living creatures, animals, if you touch animals, like I don't know anybody over here, I don't know if you guys know of these creatures. There's a creature called a cat and another creature called a dog. Now, if you touch a dog or a cat, do you need to do Netilat Yadayim? Or let's say, like Daniel, you have a bozgale at home, right? Esfahani families keep goats in their home all the time, just in case. So let's say you have a goat or a sheep or whatever it is. It's true, by the way. Back in Iran, Esfahani families, even other families, used to keep goat and sheep like a few months before Pesach, right? Make it all nice and fat, and right before Pesach, they would check it, and the whole family was involved in this. Everyone got a piece of meat, right? So you have fresh, glad, kosher meat for Pesach. This is how it was done. There was no going to the market and buying pre-packaged meat. So if you have a dog or a cat, these are impure animals now, meaning non-kosher animals, right? There are those that say you don't need to wash hands if you pet a dog or a cat. But it's good to wash your hands afterwards, because again, these things are going everywhere anyway. Their bodies are probably not clean. So you should wash your hands after you touch a dog or a cat. Even if you touch regular domesticated animals, a goat or a sheep or a camel or whatever it is, oh, he says tehorim. We're talking about goat, sheep, cows. You should also wash your hands. Then the minstam, because in regular they're not so clean animals. They're lying on the floor on top of each other. But if you just washed your pet, then you don't need to do netilat yadayim. If it's clean, it's clean. You don't need to do netilat yadayim. This netilah doesn't come from tum'ah. It comes more from cleanliness. If you touch somebody that needed to wash their hands, for instance, someone that just came from the bathroom and they haven't washed their hands yet, and you touch them. Or let's say someone that just, I don't know, there's different things that we said need netilat yadayim. He touched parts of his body that are usually sweaty, and he started from inside scratching his under armpits. If you touch such a person, do you need to do netilas yadayim or not? You touch such a person. No, we'll take a vote. We live in a society where we decide everything by vote. So that's what we will do. We'll take a vote. Whatever people say tonight will be written in halakha. Okay? We'll take a vote right now. Heck, why not? Why not? You wash. You said no wash. Wash. So you touch somebody that just came out of the bathroom that has not washed netilat yadayim yet, you do wash. Or somebody that just touched a bed, dead body. I kept saying bed body. Or someone that was around a dead body. And these things, en tzarich sheitol et yadav. You do not need to wash netilat yadayim. Because, however, aval im yesh mayim tachat yado, then if that person's hand is wet, and you touched the wet hand after he came out of the bathroom, it's best to do netilat yadayim. However, this we said before, we're repeating. Someone that just woke up in the morning, that has not done netilat yadayim yet, and you touch their hands, then you have to wash your hands. That's the only case. Because once again, the person that wakes up in the morning, before they do netilat yadayim, their hands are as impure as they come. So you touch their hands before they do netilat yadayim, do netilat yadayim again. This is assuming that you have knowledge that they didn't do it.
What if there's doubt? You still do it?
I don't know. I mean, if it's doubt, if you can, why not? Rub your hands against your clothes, like we mentioned before. Someone has, yeah. Remind me your name, please. Omid, yes. Shachar. No. There is. We're gonna get to places that a lot of people do not know. A lot of people do not know. It's all good. It's somebody that did not have water to do netilat yadayim in the morning, and decided, like we said before, to just clean his hands with other cleansing objects that you could clean your hands with. This is not really applicable today. that there is a da'at, there is an opinion that says you make the bracha of al nekiyut yadayim. Let's say you woke up in the morning, you didn't have water to wash your hands. So you had to do it in a different way, either hand sanitizer or sanitizing wipes, just to clean your hands. Because we said that doesn't get rid of the impure powers that are on your hands, but it does clean your hands. So there's a da'ah, there is an opinion that says you make the bracha al nekiyut yadayim. Nekiyut means cleaning hands. Because you haven't done netilat yadayim, that's different. But you did clean your hands, so maybe you should make the bracha al nekiyut yadayim. However, there are those that say no. The bracha is standard, you need to make al netilat yadayim. So if you can't do it with water, you don't make a bracha, and that's really what we hold. If you don't have water, and you were forced to clean your hands with another substance, you do not make a bracha. That's it, you just clean your hands. Okay. It is important to, thank you very much. It is important to wash out your mouth in the mornings. Because obviously, the mouth is dirty, and you have bad breath, and now you have to go to tefillah, you're going to be mentioning Hashem's name. You don't want to be mentioning Hashem's name with bad breath and unclean mouth. So it's important. This is not about hygiene. It's about rinsing out the mouth also, like making sure that your mouth is clean, whether it's for the teeth or not. But if you don't have clean water to wash out your mouth, then you could still daven, like during Ta'anit. You don't rinse out your mouth. You're allowed to pray. You're allowed to daven in those instances, but whenever you can, we should wash our mouths. Person has to be very careful when you wake up in the morning to wash your face. Washing our faces are important, but be careful not to touch your eyes with your hands yet, because you haven't done Netilat Yadayim yet. Right? We shouldn't touch our eyes, places that are open, like our ears, things like that, before doing Netilat Yadayim of the morning. So just wash the face like that, and then later on, afterwards, you want to deal with things that have to go in your eyes, do it after Netilat Yadayim. Or wash your face after Netilat Yadayim. No. Yes. No, I mentioned that. I think you walked out and came back in. You're allowed to still do tefillah, even your mouth is not washed. It's not ma'akev. It doesn't hold you back from doing tefillah. Therefore, like Yom Kippur, Tisha B'Av, you don't wash out your mouth. You're allowed to do that because then there's no way for you to wash your mouth. But on a day that you're able to wash your mouth, you should, because that's respect for Hashem. Hashem knows that on Yom Kippur you can't wash your mouth. But other days that you can and get rid of your bad breath, obviously you don't want to go to tefillah to Hashem with a bad breath. It's not respectful. Just like you wouldn't do it talking to in a job opportunity or an interview or talking to a president or something. You wouldn't want to do that with people. We like to say all the time that God knows what's in my heart. What's in my heart, But it's a lot of times it's not just what's in your heart. Your actions have to speak louder. You need to show that you understand that you're talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You need to show that you have respect. You can't just. This is the key to Shalom Bayit. You have to understand, we are in a relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We're in a loving relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Just like, those of you that are married know this already. Just like you can't be like, I don't need to tell my wife I love her because she already knows. If you do that, you're in big trouble, right? Just like you can't do that. With HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you can't be like, well, Hashem knows how I feel. He knows that I respect him. Well, yeah, maybe he does, but you're not showing that. Your job is to show it. Your job is to be respectful. Your job is to be at awe at HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That is our job. Whether Hashem knows or not, that's none of your business. Whether your wife knows you love her or not, that shouldn't be your concern. You need to do your part to always take a step further to let her know that you appreciate her and so on and so forth. That's the key to any relationship. Any relationship. Okay. Now we're going to go into the halachot of bathrooms. Concerning bathroom. Now we did Netilat Yadayim of touching our face, touching our sweaty parts on that. Now the bathroom, what kind of Netilat Yadayim do we need for coming out of the bathroom. A person that comes out of the bathroom, he needs to wash his hands. Again, we're discussing this now, that you don't necessarily need to do it with a Netilah cup. Okay? However, if you have a Netilah cup, always do it with a Netilah cup. Get rid of all kinds of doubts. Just wash your hands with a Netilah cup. According to the halacha, all you have to do is wash your hands once under a sink. Right? You went to the bathroom, all you have to do is just wash your hands under a sink and you're done. However, our minhag is lechatchila to do it 3 times. To wash your hands 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 3, which is 6. You do not need a keli, you do not need a vessel, a cup for this. But if you are machmir, if you are stringent to do it with a cup, tavo alav beracha. You will be blessed for doing so, because that's the best way to do Netilat Yadayim. You walked into the bathroom. This is a big subject. If you just walked into the bathroom to pick something out, you left your toothbrush. You need to pack, right? You just walked in to get it. You didn't use the bathroom. Do you need to do Netilat Yadayim? You should. And the reason I'm saying it's a discussion is because some say that the bathrooms that we have today aren't like the bathrooms that we had those days, right? I think we mentioned this. Huh? It's not. Because those days, the bathroom was literally a hole in the ground and everything stayed. So when you walked into the bathroom, you're actually walking into this atmosphere that is smelly and just, it's filthy. That for sure you needed in Netilat Yadayim, right? Today, some hold that it's not the same. However, even today's bathrooms, when a person goes into the bathroom and uses the bathroom, for that time being, that filth is there. And that creates that atmosphere in the bathroom as well. Therefore, anytime we go into the bathroom, even to pick something out or whatever it is, it's best to come out and wash your hands. You don't need a cup, just wash your hands. Right? Because going into the bathroom requires us to wash our hands. Now, let's say you were in Bet Knesset, you're in a shul, right? And you went to the bathroom and you used the bathroom. You come out, and right before you're able to wash your hands, you hear they're doing Kedusha. Or you hear that they're doing Kaddish. Are you allowed to answer Amen? Are you allowed to answer the Kedusha? So we say what? As soon as you hear it, before you wash your hands, just rub your hands against your clothes, right? Quickly, answer Kedusha, and then do Netilat Yadayim. Don't lose out on the answering the Amens and the Kedusha. When you use the bathroom, you come out of the bathroom, you're allowed to touch your nose and your ears, your eyes. Again, it's not like the tum'ah that morning time has on a person, that effect. Right. Okay. Let's say you went to the bathroom, you used the bathroom, and you came out and you did Netilat Yadayim. You're allowed to use that water for other purposes, like using the water to wash the floor, or water the plants and things like that. Because we said, remember, the Netilat Yadayim of the morning, you should not use that water for anything. Don't spill it on the ground. Don't wash the ground with it. Don't do anything with that water. That water has to be flushed out and cleaned afterwards, right? The Netilat Yadayim of the morning time, don't do that Netilat Yadayim on top of your dishes, don't, make sure nothing's under your hand. If you do, rinse those things out. But a Netilat Yadayim that you do after you come out of the bathroom, that's fine. You could reuse that water, especially if you live in California. We are living in a time of global warming. As you see, the sun has been shining for the past week and not a drop of water has dropped from the heavens. We are in big trouble, people. Okay? Global warming, people. Please pray. Please pray for our scientists to figure something out. Yeah. Did you guys see that river yesterday? In Santa, where was it from?
Allier?
It was a river it was just like, it was dangerously high yesterday. And they're like, oh my God. But no one talks about global warming. If they do, it's going to be like, you know where this rain is coming from? All the ice that's melting. Anyway, I just can't wait for that day to come. Where they go, remember when we used to think it was global warming? Huh?
So like when you go in the morning and you go to do Netilat, you said like don't do it in the bathroom. So I go into my kitchen sink and I do it. I say like there's like a plate or a spoon or something.
That you didn't wash to help your mom? Yeah.
Just like in the sink. Can I still not wash? Should I not wash my hands in that sink?
No, you could. You just have to rinse those right afterwards. Meaning just pour water on it, rinse that water out. So the water of the Netilat Yadayim goes down. Orale, that's what he was talking about. Please, try to listen, okay? It's simple English.
And the prayers you're saying in the restroom?
No. All that when you come out in the kitchen. We discussed this. So it's best not to. If you can do it in a kitchen sink outside, that's the best place. If you have no other choice, like you're traveling and you're in an airplane, and then you can do it over there.
Outside.
Orale. Cheder ambatya shein sham bet hakiseh. A bathroom, a bathhouse bathroom, a bathing room that doesn't have a toilet in it. It's just for taking baths, right? You rich people probably know about this because you separate, you have separate rooms for, it's like your steam rooms. So a shower room that does not have a toilet in it, right? ויש שם ברז קבוע עם קרת רחיצה. מותר לכתחילה לעשות שם נטילת ידיים. Over there, you could do נטילת ידיים because there's no toilet there. It's just a room of bath. בין נטילת שחרית, whether it's the נטילת ידיים of שחרית or נטילת ידיים of סעודה or any kind of נטילה that you need to do can be done in that room. כי אפילו בבית המרחץ של רבים שהוא מזוהם עד שישבו אותו חז"ל לדין בית הכיסא, even though that the Chachamim have said public bathhouses are kind of compared to a actual bathroom with a toilet, לעניין שאסור לברך שם ולהרהר בו בדברי תורה. That is in concern of doing divrei Torah there or making brachot, like a public shower. Right? Over there, it's because usually there's a lot of smell of sweat and it's not a clean area. That's for saying divrei Torah and stuff. ואף על פי כן מוכח בתלמוד ובפוסקים שאין רוח רע שוהה שם, כל שכן אמבטיה של יחיד. But however, as far as ruach ra being in those rooms, it's not there. So how much more so in a personal bathhouse? So basically, as far as doing Netilat Yadayim in those rooms, you're allowed to do. But in those public places and stuff that there is smells and sweat and stuff, you should not be thinking Torah, you should not say Devar Torah, you should not be talking in Torah and making brachot there. Which brings me to a point that I've always pointed out. Mikvahs, right? People that go to mikvahs, these are our public bathhouses today, let's say, because they do have showers there and a mikvah. And it's smelly. And people come, they're sweaty, and go into that water. It is not a place for a person to even talk. There should not be any talking in a mikveh, especially since people are not even dressed properly, right? Because you never know. When you talk, all of a sudden you go, Baruch Hashem, or Shabbat Shalom. It's Isur, because Shalom is Hashem's name, right? It has, I've seen it, I've heard it with my own eyes. I've seen it and heard it with my own eyes. See that? I'm very special. I've heard it. You go to, people come and they're discussing their whole, week. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you just want to turn to the guy, dude, please, just get in there and get out. Like, You know, it really is not like, you know.
You can't hang out at the spa or something.
I don't know. I'm not giving heterim for spas and stuff like that over here.
Male spa.
Where?
Like a
Kosher spa.
That's also dirty. Jacuzzi.
Yeah, so yeah, you definitely have to limit. Yeah, you definitely have to limit talking, because if you say you should not, you definitely can't say divrei kodesh in those places.
Not even Torah, like you can't say like
Anymore?
That's interesting. Like a sauna, you can't talk, you shouldn't even talk.
Yeah, because those people sweat there and stuff. You definitely have to limit talking in those places, so that you don't come into the mikshol of talking the Bar Torah or saying Hashem's name or something of that sort. Anything in anything that with kedusha.
Wait, Rabbi. So if you're in the sauna at the gym, you shouldn't say, if someone asks you, you shouldn't talk. Someone says, how are you? You shouldn't, I'm good, thank God.
Where?
In the sauna, you're covered
No.
with a towel.
No, because it's zohama. There's sweat there. It's smelly. Just say good, thank you.
Right, so it's just like casual conversation, not even casual.
What if it's smelling eucalyptus in it?
You need to limit. Like saying the word orale. It's okay. You know? Okay, well, we will hold it here. What? I wanted to share something with everyone. And I'm going to leave you with something to think about for a while. The Vizhnitzer Rebbe, the Vizhnitzer Rav, after surviving the Holocaust and losing everyone of his family, there was a gathering right after the Holocaust for the survivors and a lot of his Hasidim. And the Vizhnitzer Rav was talking to people. And he brings, I believe it's a midrash. He brings the midrash and he says, you know, Avraham Avinu, when he decided to sacrifice his life and be thrown into the Kivshan Ha'esh, into the fiery furnace by Nimrod, over there it says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu saved Avraham Avinu in the zechut of Yaakov. So the Vizhnitzer Rebbe asks, Avraham Avinu didn't have enough zechuyot. This is Avraham. He just literally, in all the meaning of the word, sacrificed his life. For a God he barely had any proof for. You have to understand that. This Avraham Avinu came to the realization of HaKadosh Baruch Hu on his own. And he sacrificed his life. I don't think anybody else, I don't think anyone would dare even think to fathom where Avraham Avinu was standing at that point. Would you be able to do that? It's like, I think there comes a point in your mind where you're like, okay, you know, I was ready, but like, do I really want to go as far as like killing myself? I don't know. Avraham Avinu went all the way so that Nimrod, and he was being tested all along. Don't think he wasn't being tested. He was being tested. And he agrees. Nimrod says, we're going to kill him, and they make a huge fire for days and days, waiting for people to keep adding wood to the fire so it becomes bigger and bigger. Nimrod lost some of his own people in that fire. That's how big it became. Just so that they can get rid of Avraham Avinu. It was so bad, they couldn't even go near the fire to throw Avraham Avinu in, so they built a slingshot just to shoot Avraham into the fire. You understand? Because they couldn't get near it. It was a consuming fire. It was an entire valley between two mountains. They filled it up with wood. He asked everybody, which was the world at the time, to come, bring wood, chop down trees, and they filled it up and they kept feeding the fire. Yeah. And they slingshotted Avraham Avinu in. kind of offensive. Avraham Avinu, I saved you in the zechut of Yaakov. It's like, seriously? The Vishnitzer Rebbe says to his people, he says, Hashem says, Avraham Avinu was saved in the zechut of Yaakov, his grandson. He didn't have enough zechuyot. He had all those tests that he had passed already. Like, seriously? Give me a break. What does this midrash mean? You have to understand, it's beautiful. He says you have to understand the reason why Hashem doesn't say, I saved Abraham in his own zechut, I saved him because he's Abraham, is because Abraham didn't want to be saved. I'll repeat. Avraham Avinu did not want a miracle. He was ready to die for Kiddush Hashem. He was ready. He said, listen, it is my chance to show HaKadosh Baruch Hu how far I will go. I'm ready. He was ready to die for Hashem. He didn't want a miracle. He wasn't waiting for a miracle. You think Avraham Avinu was thinking, okay, with everything I've done so far, I've taught so many people about God. Life has been great. I'm just waiting. Watch what's going to happen to Nimrod. He's going to try to kill me. Hashem's going to save me. Ha ha. He wasn't thinking any of those thoughts. Avraham Avinu actually went in the hopes that he could sacrifice his life for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He wanted to. That was his hope. Therefore Hashem says, I know, Avraham, you want to sacrifice your life for Kiddush Hashem. However, I'm sorry. I can't give you that zechut. Why? Because it's not about you anymore. It's about Yaakov. You need to live because your grandson Yaakov is going to change the world. It's not about you anymore. You need to stay alive because there's going to be a Yaakov. So I know you want to do Kiddush Hashem right now, but sorry. I need to save you, not in your zechut, but in the zechut of Yaakov, because I need him. The Vishnitzer Rebbe looks at everyone in the room and says, everyone survived. People lost a lot of people. You lost a lot of people. You are here because HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, there is a plan for you. You need to be here because there's a plan. Or else we would have been just like everybody else that perished in the Shoah. The fact that you are here means you need to be here. You have a mission. We have a mission. Just like Avraham Avinu's mission was, to a certain point, doing Kiddush Hashem, but after that his mission was, now we need to wait for Yaakov. Your grandchild is going to change the world with the 12 Shavatim. Every single one of us here has a mission. The fact that people are in this room right now, there's a reason for it. Everybody in life has a mission. There is nobody in the world that is insignificant. There is no Jew in the world that could look at themselves and say, do I really mean anything? You have to think one thing. I'm here. I'm alive. That means I mean everything. Just like the Vishnitzer Rebbe, he looked at everyone in the room and he said, if you are alive and Hitler, Nazis could not get to you, it's because you are Yaakov. Or because you will bring a Yaakov. We have a mission. Don't feel sorry for yourselves. Do you understand what it feels? Do you understand what it means for a person that has lost everything to come and say that? It's unbelievable. They had lost everything. Baruch Hashem, we live great lives. Baruch Hashem, every day we wake up, I'm serious, we need to thank Hashem for every blessing, every breath. But at the same time, we also have to think, I am important. I have a mission in life. There is a reason that I'm here. It's not, I can't just brush it off and say, okay, some people make it big, some people become chachamim, some people change the world, and some people are just there. Wrong. Every single Jew, every single neshama is a star to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and is just as important as anybody else. Every single one of us has the potential to change the world. Hashem is waiting for our Yaakov Avinu. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen v'amen.